Hey everybody, Sean here from BoredParacord.com, and today I want to show you how to make a sailing bracelet. Real simple bracelet to do, just two strands that go across. Most sailing bracelets have a pattern very similar to this. It's got, let me zoom in on this for you. This is called the Stargate pattern. So it's colonial blue, silver lines on the outside, and a black stripe in the middle of those. And then to accent it, I have some black microcord here. Real easy bracelet to do, so let's get started. So I have about 2 feet of the main color for the bracelet. Oh, and I have these are brand new. We're the only ones that carry these. These are called mini shackles, and it's perfect for doing the type of bracelet that I'm about to show you how to do. So we're using one of those as well. You can get those on BoredParacord.com. I believe they're called the mini shackle. Soon we'll have these in silver and black, but gold for now for probably the next month is going to be just the only option that you have on those right now. Anyways, what you want to do is put your two ends together, find your center point, which you just hold your two ends. There's your center point. And, well, let me go back a little. So you want to make one of these ends. I'm pretty sure my lighter might run out of fuel on me. Alright, so you want to make one to a point. The cool thing about these mini shackles is that the holes are still big enough for a full piece of paracord to slide right through them, just like that. Alright, so I had to break away for just a moment to figure out how I was measuring this, and I remembered. Basically what you do is you wrap a piece of paracord around your wrist twice, add a 1/2 inch to that. And that is all you need to do. So I'll show you here with this one. This one's measured right where I need it to be for my wrist. I'm just going to wrap this around a couple times, put this piece over here. And as you can see, if I pull these tight, they end up being a 1/2 inch. But like I said, I'm pulling these kind of tight, and that's about a 1/2 inch more than I need. So what you want to do is wrap it twice, and then add a 1/2 inch to that. So real easy to come up with the length you need to do on this. And as you can see, I put it through this hole on this mini shackle. Let me just adjust my camera down just a little bit here. There we go. So I set my mini shackle to be on the smallest setting. So you have 2 extra settings here to make it a little bit bigger. The smallest setting is the one you want to start with. That way, if you make it too small, you can always adjust it bigger, then go to a smaller setting. The shackle looks better when it's at the smallest setting. Let me try and see if I can, there we go. Alright, so basically what I'm doing here is I'm just going to put my two ends together and pull it kind of tight so that we know we're in the center of here. And I had some black pieces of microcord that I was using, but unfortunately what happened, and I'm just grabbing some more cord right now, unfortunately what happened was I messed up the bracelet while I was videotaping it. So I used up all the black I had. So right now what I'm doing is I'm just cutting off some pieces of inner strands of paracord. Sorry, I was out of frame there for a second. And we're actually going to use, let's see, I think I got a piece of background here. Yep. We're going to use a piece of this dark gray background material that I've got, so that you can see this. But these are just the inner strands of some paracord. I'm just going to hit them with some heat so that they seal the ends up real quick. There we go. And I'll do the same thing to this other end because I don't think they're sealed at this end either. These pulled apart. There we go. Alright, so we're going to take one of these, use it. There we go. Alright. So, what you want to do is we're going to work on the shackle side first. And I'm going to wrap this around the paracord 7 times. So what I want to start out with is about, just enough to where you can grab hold of this, because we're going to have to tug on this. And then we're just going to wrap this 7 times. 3, 4, 5, 6. Oh wait, was that 7? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. And then we're going to run this underneath the tunnel here. So we just made like a spiral tunnel. We want to make sure we get under that last one there. We counted that one. Just pull it a little bit. Just pull it a little ways. You don't want to pull it too tight. And see how that one came up that way. You want to pull it. Oh, that one came that way. These inside strands can be kind of tricky to work with a little bit. You don't want any of them to cross each other. All right. So this is the right cord, the one that you wrap it with, it goes underneath to the left. And this left cord where you started, this goes underneath to the right. And then you're just going to, this is kind of cool to watch, make sure everything stays together. I'm just going to pull these guys tight. And as you pull it, they get closer together just like that. And then we're going to cinch that up just a little ways. You don't want to go all the way. And you don't want to pull it so tight that it really constricts right there, because then it just kind of looks funny. That's about as tight as you really want to go. And then you cut your ends. We're going to cut it right there. You want to get pretty close to the bracelet, like that. And you just want to hit it with just enough heat. You barely even want to do it. Just enough to where it sticks to itself. And we're going to cut this side. This is a great way to finish a bracelet. You can also use super glue here. If you just want to cut it and then touch it with a dot of super glue right there, that works. And same thing on that side. And I got a little bit of the paracord right there, but that's okay. I'm not too worried about that. Alright, so now that we got that side, this is the inside of the bracelet here, so if we flip it over, you can see how nice that really does look. We're going to basically flip this back over, and these two cords are going to go around the top of the buckle and then fold back in on themselves. So these two pieces here, what I've done is I've melted the ends to, and I just let them kind of dry or cool down without touching them. It gives them like a real smooth finish, kind of like a bubble almost. And the reason they're kind of discolored is because last time when I was making the last one, I messed up and I had to fix it a little bit. So it's all good now. But yours probably won't get that dark when you do it. I'm having trouble getting this to focus right, but I think we're okay. All right, so we're going to do the same thing. So grab another piece of your inner strands. And we're going to, remember, if I can get a hold of this, wow. Okay, there we go. You want to start with just about 2 inches of slack here so that you have something to pull on when it gets all done being wrapped. And when you wrap this, you want to make sure that you keep these ends within the tunnel. And when I say tunnel, I just mean your wraps. Okay. Just trying to get everything held on here. Okay, so that was 1, 2. This one's a little harder because you have to actually reach inside the bracelet to do it. And then hold each one with your index finger or your thumb, either one. That was 4, 5, 6, and that guy got in there, so we'll get that out of there. And 7. Okay, so this is the one where we need to poke it through. Oh, you know what a good idea might be? Let's try that. Let's just make a little bit of a gap here with make a little tunnel there, make it real easy. That's just a fit I've got. Just poke that right on through. Dang, why didn't I think of that earlier? Alright, we'll do that again. That worked too easy. And just because I said it, I'm going to have an issue getting this one through there. This is the hardest part of this whole bracelet. If this is the hardest part though, you're doing pretty good. All right, there we go. I think. Oh wow, having an issue with this guy. I can't get a hold of him. I didn't make it long enough. All right, there we go. Now it's going. Almost, and there he is. Okay. Once you get that pulled through, just go ahead and grab your ends. Make sure everything is where it should be. Now I want these ends to be a little shorter, so I'm just going to pull on the actual bracelet. And what that's going to do, it's going to pull these guys closer to the buckle. And then go ahead and just pull them snug. And check your cords here. It looks like I might have one that crossed. And it's really hard to see. I got a micro cord fid. Let's see. Looks like this guy is out of place. Not really sure where that went. Oh, there it is. Yep, that's where that went. That's that one. Okay, so I'm going to pull these guys tight, and that's going to draw it all together. Okay, wow. Well, you just went through a journey with me. All right. This is the first time I've done one of these bracelets. Well, I shouldn't say that. This is about the second time I've done this bracelet because I really messed up the first one. We won't get into that, though. Everybody makes mistakes, right? All right, so we're just going to do the same thing with this. And that's really it. Don't forget about these mini shackles. They're available on BoredParacord.com. And I am the only person who sells these. They're kind of a special design. Hopefully I'll have them in silver and black coming in shortly. But there it is. That is like a sailor. I've seen a lot of sailors. Okay, so here's the deal. A lot of sailors come into my store, which is kind of weird. We don't have many lakes around here, but one lake we do have is one lake we do have around here is Lake Lanier, and there's a lot of sailors that go in there. So they have a lot of sailboats, but I guess these are the type of bracelets they all wear. They have a little bit different clasp, but now that I have these, I've converted quite a few of them over to these. So very nice clasp, gives it a real detailed finished look, and it's adjustable if you need it to be. But I hope you like it. Don't forget to check out the Facebook group Paracord On. That's really, you'll see all the newest stuff that's coming out. People come out with crazy stuff all the time, so check that out. It's facebook.com/groups/Paracord On. And until next time, Paracord On.